On November 20th, the United States finally did what everyone saw coming. It designated the Cartel of Los Soles, yes, Maduro's entire regime, as a foreign terrorist organization. It took some time, but the day for the recognition finally came. Congratulations, Nicholas. You did it. According to the DEA, between 8 and 16% of the cocaine flooding U.S. streets moves through Venezuelan coasts, all managed by military officers, ministers, and a bunch of generals who have never seen a real battle, but have seen plenty of suitcases. This year alone, the U.S. Navy has sunk 20 go-fast boats and has sent 83 narcos in tiny little floating pieces to die forever. U.S. naval presence in the Caribbean hasn't looked this intimidating since Panama '89, so we know something more than blowing up boats is coming. Since 2020, Maduro and 14 of his top cronies have outstanding indictments for narco-terrorism and for protecting half-ton weekly shipments of cocaine. There is a bounty of $50 million on Nico's head. Will any lower-ranking narco generals turn him in now that they have a solid incentive not to end up as confetti? We'll see. What we do know is that with the terrorist label, the CIA is now free to operate without the beloved democratic bureaucracy. In 4 to 6 weeks, we could go from sinking boats to striking targets on land. And since October hit a record in drug seizures, it's better to act now than pretend this will fix itself. For Trump, this isn't some complex geopolitical puzzle. This is national security, period. Foreign reaction: Russia and China made noise at the UN. Expect a few angry statements and a handful of lazy hackers. Brazil and Colombia might tighten their borders over migration. Europe will, as usual, lecture us about interventionism, international law, and blah blah blah, conveniently forgetting Obama launched hundreds of strikes in the Middle East in the past without anyone blinking. Trump, however, could go for surgical operations, precision drones, clean hits, without igniting half the continent. Experts estimate a 66% chance of regional containment if handled calmly, something he has proven he can do. What we don't know is whether Trump will offer Maduro a fast-track exile before the show begins, or just let the fun begin. In Miami, people whisper about a 72-hour deadline. Bottom line, the terrorist label isn't just rhetoric, it's the green light the US needed. The probability of an operation within 30 to 45 days stands at 72% and rising. And if there's someone who cuts through global knots because America comes first, and second, and third too, we already know who that is. Poppy Trump. Things are heating up and could escalate quickly. What do you think? How will Maduro exit the stage? Share your thoughts.